Today, we celebrate not merely the opening of a new healthcare facility, but the realization of a vision that has been years in the making. The soft opening of the Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center, Geriatric Center, marks a significant milestone in our continuing efforts to transform our health system into one that is responsive to the evolving needs of every Filipino across all life stages. This achievement is the culmination of a journey that began in 2018. So tingnan nyo po, ano na ngayon? 2026. But in due time pala, all our dreams are possible. We just have to work and collaborate with each other to make it possible. Okay? When the vision for a dedicated center for older persons was first conceived, through the unwavering commitment of the Department of Health, the leadership of Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center, and the steadfast support of our partners, that vision has now become a reality with the completion of this facility this month and this year, July 2026. The establishment of this geriatric center is both timely and strategic. As our population continues to age, we are called upon to strengthen our capacity to provide specialized, integrated, and compassionate care for older persons. Healthy aging is no longer simply a demographic concern, but it is now a public health imperative. Yun po yung sinasabi ko kanina pa, na this is very timely and strategic kasi po we are now beginning to be an aging population. Marami na pong namamatay ng before 60 plus, 70, hindi na nakakarating doon. Ngayon, we now live beyond those statistics. And yun na nga, mas marami na po ang mga mas matatanda in the next 5 to 10 years kaysa po yung mga bata na sinisilang pa lang ngayon. Okay? So, this center embodies the commitment. It is designed to deliver comprehensive and multidisciplinary geriatric care through a memory center, a comprehensive geriatric assessment clinic, dedicated intensive care unit, and inpatient wards. Makikita din po natin na nandito na rin yung mga sa OFTA at saka yung ating OB-GYN na. Nandito na, kagaya ng sinabi po kanina ni Dr. Otay sa Bagana Tatay, nahanan nga talo nga kliniko na talo nga daw nga kailangan nga makita for each disease, for each ailment na ibaga ko madjay may isang lolo rin lola tayo, nanang rin tatang tayo, hanan nga kailangan nga talupay ipapanan na nga clinics at different dates, but nandito na siya lahat and it is multidisciplinary. So this is a place where specialists from various disciplines work together to address the complex medical, functional, psychological, and social needs of our senior citizens. More importantly, this facility reflects the very essence of the Universal Health Care Act, ensuring that every Filipino, regardless of age or circumstance, has access to quality, equitable, and person-centered health care. It reinforces our commitment to bringing specialized service closer to our communities. Kagaya ng sinasabi natin, hindi na po kailangan pumunta tayo ng Manila, NCR, to avail of these services. Instead, tayo na po ang pupuntahan. Tatayo ti papananan dagiti kabangibang tayo nga region and provinces to avail of these services that we can offer to them. And this is a first. Of course, the first persons to benefit would be our people from the province of Ilocos Norte. Kaya nga kami nga ibagbagami apo nga kakayuti ambassadors namin for this facility because we should not put it na datayo laang dito Ilocos Norte, dito Region 1, pero dito kabangibang tayo nga region. Kasi we should share our resources also. I just hope po na we can cater them all. Kasi kaya nga kailangan na makamadamdama in 1 or 2 years time, kailangan niya manayunan nun dapat man nga building, kagkuhang man hindi kinadun siguro ki pasyente. Pero we're hoping po na hindi naman ganun kadami kasi by that time, lahat na po ng senior citizen or older persons natin dito sa Ilocos Norte, ang dapat kailangan tagpa-hospitalan ta na preventive care tayon. Kasi nandito na sila para magpatingin kahit wala pa silang nararamdaman. So that's preventive care. And of course, may follow-up din na we can do it na doon na sa kanilang mga bahay. Congratulations to, as we formally open the doors of this geriatric center, let it stand as a symbol of our collective commitment to ensuring that every Filipino can age with dignity, receive quality health care, and enjoy the highest attainable standard of health. So to our healthcare professionals, I encourage you to continue delivering care with competence, compassion, and respect. The true measure of this facility will not be found in its infrastructure or technology, but in the lives it touches. Always remember that po. Always na ang best yardstick natin or measure po natin of how we did well is how we treat our patients, how we do our work in the communities that we serve. Kasi po, yung pinaka malakas o pinakamagandang palakpak ay kung yung makukuha mong nagustuhan ko yung serbisyo mo. Di ba? Alam natin mga healthcare workers, uray na nabanbannog tayo, mayat lata, basta makangkangod tayo nga, nagsayaat ka na kung bupunada ka niya tayo. Di ba? So those are the biggest or the loudest accolades that we can get. Of course, iba rin yung mga professional growth natin. Okay? So, on behalf of the Department of Health, Ilocos Center for Health Development, I extend my sincerest congratulations to the leadership and staff of the Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center, of course headed by a good friend, Dr. Maria Lourdes Otaiza. Your dedication, kaya nga sabi ko, wag ka munang mag-retire, and perseverance over the past 8 years have transformed an aspiration into a center of excellence that will benefit generations of Filipinos. May legacy na po si Dr. Otaiza, and I hope she will continue even beyond her retirement years in government service, kasi kagaya nga ni na Ma'am Mary at saka po si Doc, hindi naman po nagre-retire kung talagang meron po tayong mai-contribute sa community. So, congratulations to everyone who made this milestone possible. Together, let us continue building a stronger, more resilient, and more inclusive health system for the people of Region 1 and the nation. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Umaga po. Doc, sino po yung mga i-cater nitong ating bagong building ng MMMH, Doc?
Ang geriatric center, naka-target for the elderly, mga seniors, no? Alam natin, karamihan sa kanila, marami namang ibang sakit, sabay-sabay, multiple. At kung sa regular hospital natin, iba-iba yung clinic base, kailangan nilang puntaan, kunwari may doktor sa internal medicine or yung sa family medicine, yun ang una. Pas may nakita may problema pala sa matris. So, ibang schedule lang naman yan. Makaibang araw kung wala yung specialista nung kunwari sabi mo cancer sa matris, wala siya sa araw na yan. So, mga araw na naman siya darating. Tapos kung may diabetes pala siya, tignan pa kung meron bang specialista ng diabetes na ka-schedule ngayon. So, yun kasi yung sistema. Alam niyo naman na hindi naman ganun karami, hindi naman ganun kalaking ospital. You just multitasking the use of the rooms. So, dito sa building na to, kung nakita niyo dun sa baba, merong mga consultation rooms na pwedeng cardio, pwedeng pulmo, meron pang isa pa, besides the geriatrics. Yung geriatrics yung nagko-coordinate ng consultations. Like, mukhang kailangan ito, tsaka ito. Tignan natin kung sino matawag natin. So, pupunta. Kung wala, kung nasa ospital, pero nandun sa general, pag-usapan, pwede kang pumunta dito kasi nandito si Lola. So, we try to make it more acceptable. Kunwari, lunchtime na, sige, pakainin ko muna si Lola, tapos kita kayo na after 1 o'clock. So, we try to make a system work for the patient. Because we know na maraming problema. This building also houses the eye center. matagal na tayo may eye center, kompleto tayo, meron pang CT scan para lang sa mata eh. And we have 9 subspecialties for eye. So because there was this opportunity to build geriatric at karamihan naman ng matatanda may problema sa mata. So dito na namin nilagay. They have clinics sa first floor at operating rooms sa second floor. Nilagay na rin namin dito yung OBGYN kasi yung gynae, syempre hindi nabubuntis yung lola, pero yung gynae, mga sakit ng babae. So, nandiyan na rin sila. Di ba? Malapit ng tawagin. Then, we have occupational therapy. Mga na-stroke, anong gagawin. Training sila. Pero hindi lang naman elderly ang inaasikaso ng OT. Children na may neurodevelopmental delay. Kunwari may cerebral palsy. May deficiencies, no? So, tinuturuan nila para maging functional sila. So, nandito rin yon yung office niya sa 4th floor. Dati kasi, meron na kami dati, pero nakikisquat lang sila sa rehab, physical therapy. Ngayon, may sarili na silang lugar. Kaya masaya sila. Sino pa kayo nandito? Oh yeah, ang urological studies. Di ba? Madalas may sakit sa problema sa pag-ihi. So, may clinic din dito si Dr. Jake Rubio for urodynamic studies. Pati yung incontinence sa bowel. Specific na ang elderly na problema. Dito namin ilalagay. Yung Pulmo Center, yung mahika, matagal na may chronic pulmonary disease, yung diagnostic testing, dito rin namin i-house. Isang building lang. Madaling akitin by elevator or by ramp.
Doc, ito kanina nabanggit ninyo na soft launching pa lang. So when we are expecting ba na maging fully operational ang ating pong facility, and how will this boost yung pagbibigay natin ng serbisyong pangkalusugan sa ating pong mga kababayan here in Ilocos Norte?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, yung talagang full blast na, no? Ginagawa namin by admin na yung mga hindi na yung mga naiwan nung unang kontrakto. Actually, maraming kontrakto nila. Pero we have to terminate one para mas mabilis na. Kaya we're hoping by the end of the year, tapos na yun. Ang problema, hindi maganda yung ginawa niyang mga toilet. Kaya retrofit namin para yung mga grab bars na napansin kanina wala pa. Pagdating na daw. So, yung mga ganun ba na final ganun ba? So, we're hoping baka before the end of the year tapos na.
Since we have facilities na po na mga bago, dumadami na din yung mga buildings po natin, how about po yung manpower natin, ma'am?
Okay. Nung 2018, well, we started going for a New Republic Act mandate to increase our bed capacity from 200 to 700 beds. 2013 yata namin na-umpisa yan, pero 2018 lumabas yung Republic Act na yan, na allowing us 700 beds. And since then, we're one of the few who started to increase the bed capacity. Kaya, medyo maaga tayong nabigyan ng additional plantilla. So we've been increasing the plantilla. Ang license natin ngayon, 400 beds na. Pero ang actual physical count is 658, something like that. And this one will add about 200 beds. No? So, 200 and 100. Ilang beds ba dito? 128. Kaya, we have been requesting more kasi hindi naman lahat binibigay. Kasi, you have to grow people, di ba? Hindi mo na pwedeng kunin yung mataas na rango nurse 4. Kailangan mag-umpisa yung mga bata sa nurse 1. So, kinuha muna namin yung nurse 1. Padating na yung mga final count ng nurse 1 ng 700 beds. 28 items. Nurse 1, 27 items sa nurse 1. Padating na. In the meantime, we converted our nursing assistant items for nurses para makita na namin yung trabaho nila. At saka nagko-contractual kami ng nurses para madagdagan yung pagpipilian namin. Kasi alam nga namang mula sa kalsada, hindi namin kilala. Ikaw na yung kinuha, di ba? So that's why we have to grow them. Then we have to train them para pwede silang pang ICU nurse. It takes time. In the meantime, we are also requesting the additional nurse 2 and 3 items kasi meron pa. Para yung mga dating nurse mo, pag-promotan na. Nadadagdagan mo rin ang tao. Ang kulang tayo ng aplikante, doktor. Mahirap talaga magpatubo ng doktor, mag-grow ng doktor, but that's how it is. So, nandiyan pa rin yung waiting plantilla natin. Kukunin na nga ng central office kasi gagamitin ng ibang hospital. Actually, we've been lending our items to other DOH hospitals para lang umandar yung budget. Pero yung aming kulatilla is pag kailangan na namin ng doktor, wala kami item, kukunin namin yung item na yan. Kasi we had the foresight to apply for an update in our Republic Act. So,
Yes.
bakit tayo mawawalan? Dapat sa atin napahiram lang natin para ibang lugar naman ay magkaroon ng ibang servisyo.